Right, Andre Russell straight away, Sunil Narine straight away. I'd still have Owen Morgan because the pitches will turn, and him with 4 or 5 varieties of sweep could be handy. I know he's not in the greatest form. And Pat Cummins, because they're hoping that he might be the game changer for them.
Well, my first choice overseas would be Sunil Narine, Morgan, Andre Russell, and Pat Cummins. But I would really want to see someone like Tom Banton. I think he's extremely good, extremely talented.
Pretty straightforward, really. Andre Russell and Sunil Narine walk in. Pat Cummins, not just for the money that they paid, but Paddy Cummins is going to make your 11. And Owen Morgan is my fourth overseas option. I think he's going to be a big player for KKR this season. So yeah, Narine, Russell, Morgan and Cummins.
Sunil Narine, Owen Morgan, Andre Russell and Pat Cummins are the easy choices. But watch out for Tom Banton, who shouldn't be in the bench for too long.
Sunil Narine, Owen Morgan, Andre Russell and Pat Cummins.
Again, assuming that the past scores are likely to be 155, 160, Shubman Gill could be the breakthrough star for KKR.
I think it has to be someone like Shubman Gill. I mean, he's done all right in whatever limited opportunities he's got in the IPL. But I think this is going to be a big year. This should be a big year for him.
So Shubman Gill and breakthrough star pretty much go hand in hand, especially with the kind of season that he had once he was pushed up the order last year. But I still think if Kuldeep Yadav can, find his mojo with the ball in conditions that are supposed to help spinners, he could be massive for his team. So I'm going to say Kuldeep Yadav to have a good season.
There's been a long wait to see how Shivam Mavi and Kamlesh Nagarkoti do together. And there have been injury concerns with both of them, but this year might be the year when both of them have an amazing season.
I think it'll be Kamlesh Nagarkoti. Looking forward to watching a lot of him.
On spin, they look a little thin. They let go of Piyush Chawla. So Sunil Narine and Kuldeep Yadav. Kuldeep Yadav loves bounce. He won't get that too much in UAE. And Varun Chakraborty, if he suddenly has a great season, that helps KKR. But looks a bit thin on spin. It rhymes as well.
What I would like to see is the bowling department, KKR bowling department. Especially when I'm saying bowling, I would say the young fast bowlers like Nagarkoti, Mavi, Prasidh Krishna. Even though Prasidh Krishna had a good IPL last season, but yeah, how these young fast bowlers hold up.
I think the lack of experience of the Indian seamers, especially in the UAE, might be an issue. Pat Cummins is great. There's Lockie Ferguson, but between Prasidh Krishna, Sandeep Warrier and Mavi and Nagarkoti, two young quakes, you're not sure about fitness. You're not sure about the depths in fast bowling. So I think that is the one slight issue for me.
It was the death overs last year, and I think it will be the death overs this year as well. The young fast bowlers are just not experienced enough.
The batting riches, they need to get the batting order right. I think that will be a big challenge for them.
Dinesh Karthik comes with less overs remaining. He could just maybe play that impact innings and be the man who makes a difference of a team score from say 145 to 165. So maybe that punt KKR could try this season.
Open with Shubman Gill and Sunil Narine.
With Morgan and Russell and Nitish Rana and Gill and Narine at the top, Karthik should simply do what he does best in T20s and just finish the innings. Batting first or batting second, DK should just be the finisher.
I'm not sure how long the team will play with Sunil Narine as opener, and they might just consider dropping him from the team altogether to make space for Tom Banton.
I think it's time to shelve the idea of opening with Sunil Narine.
I don't see them getting into the playoffs. So out of the 14 that remain, they are perhaps pretty good. So maybe 6, if I put Kings 11 as number 5 and SRH as 4, so maybe 6.
I think they should finish in the top 4. I think they should qualify.
KKR definitely is a playoff team for me this season.
With an explosive batting order that KKR have, it's likely that they'll finish in the top half, but I don't see them finishing in the top 2. There are better teams than them.
It looks like a bottom 4 finish to me.